So here's what we're doing here, guys. We are going through some old maps on Call of Duty
Team
Black Ops 4.
deathmatch.
Starting out with this one right here.
Get
This is
them before they get you.
firing range from Black Ops 1. So Black Ops 4 came out in 2018, and Black Ops 1 came out in 2010. And in Black Ops 4 they added some of the classic maps in here. Not a whole lot, but they added enough. And considering the state of Call of Duty these days, especially with Modern Warfare 2, we're going to go back to Black Ops 4 and play some of our old favorite maps here. So what I'm doing, this is primarily for my friends on PlayStation, is I'm walking through these maps and looking at the old spots that we used to cover, and maybe get familiar with these maps once more. I know there's a lot more maps in this game, but this is going to be sort of a nostalgic trip. Like for instance, this Jeep right here. This is a place where Sergeant Rock used to get a lot of kills back in 2010, 2011. So I thought I'd show Sergeant Rock that Jeep there. Sergeant Rock is a OG Call of Duty player. Been around for a while. We started out together back in PlayStation 2 days on Medal of Honor. And the early Call of Duties, when I say early, we're talking about pre-2007, pre-COD 4. We're talking about the first Call of Duties developed for console. That would be Call of Duty Finest Hour. We also played the Medal of Honor games that had split screen capabilities back in those days. Don't ask me what I just did right there, whatever I did, because I have no clue what I did. I'm not familiar with this game anymore. When this game came out back in 2018, we played Blackout. Here's the trailer and firing range. Sergeant Rock used to get up right here, and I used to cover the other side of the building. Didn't always work out real well in there, but it worked out sometimes. This room right here, this area right here, was one of our favorite places to go. And I believe Sergeant Rock would cover this here, and I would go over and I'd cover the steps that go up there. And back there, of course, is the spawn. There's that one bad guy I put in here. Put in a one enemy bot just to spice things up. Climbing up into our old tower that we used to go up into, and I used to go up there and put out a tac insert and kill people as they ran by, and then whenever they tried to come up, I would get down and on the prone and shoot them as they came over the ladder there. Okay. Like I said, this is a nostalgic trip here. I think I probably spent too much time on each one of these maps, because this video is well over 40 minutes. Still not used to the kill TTK in this game. Each, I believe your health was at 200, 150 or 200. But it does have a hardcore mode, so that's what we'll probably be playing later this week if we get back into this game. I like firing range here in Black Ops 4 because it's the old firing range. It's they didn't change much like they did in Studio on Black Ops 2. They changed it up quite a bit. Alright, here we are. We're going to spawn into the map Jungle. This is from Black Ops 1, 2010, 2011. It was one of their original maps that they had for that game. And we're going to run through Black Ops 4's jungle here. Not to be confused, I don't know how much of it's the same, but Call of Duty Cold War, Black Ops Cold War, had the same map. I don't think much was changed between these two, but there's quite a bit changed from Black Ops 1 to here. Here's Sergeant Rock's spot right here in the tree. I believe back in Black Ops 1 that tree had more foliage on it, and you could barely see Sergeant Rock up there. I used to cover up here, and I'd get in here and I'd cover that lane right there. And we'd have one or two other people in here with us, helping us out. Sergeant Rock had a bush right here he would get in, but as you can tell, the bush is no longer there, but they put some barrels there, but you can't hide in a barrel. Sergeant Rock would hide in that bush, and he'd have his cold-blooded on. They couldn't see his red names. Okay, as you can see, I'm circling the map, staying to the outside as much as I can. Ooh, something happened there, but this is another spot we used to get. There used to be some bushes here as well. So they took out all the bushes that we hid in. That's the way they do it. Okay, up onto the rock. This is Sniper Rock, or Camper's Heaven up here. We used to get up here with our claymores and our tack inserts, and when we were able to get up there, nobody could get us down. That's how good we were. Alright, continuing on the outside of the map here. There's our buddy there. That one enemy bot who don't want to die. Let me pick up his KN-57. Oh, he's got a silencer on it. Ain't that special. Alright, here's another area of the map that we used to frequent back in Black Ops 1, 2010, 11. I heard that guy somewhere. I don't know where he went though. Oh, there he is. Hey, shot him with his own gun. We're heading across the ridge line here, back over to the, there's Camper's Paradise up there. Heading back to the village. Another area of the village, right there. Here's another familiar area that we used to play. Oh, there's the guy right there. Hey, bud. He can jump fast, we just don't know where I'm at. Alright. I turned out his lights pretty good there. Alright. Now we're moving on to Slums. Slums was a map that was debuted back in Black Ops 2, so there might be more than one on Black Ops 2. But anyway, Slums came out in Black Ops 2 days. We used to cover this whole area back here, but I'm just going to hit the main places that we used to go to. I usually go down the right side of the map, but since we are in a good area here, I went to the left. Looking behind the garage area.
Taking control.
The garage is called Camper's Corner, or Hold Your Ground Shocks and Mufflers. This is an area Sergeant Rock used to cover. Right there. That's exactly what Sergeant Rock used to do. Right there. That's a graveyard over there. From Black Ops 2. Alright, let's run down this side of the map here. Or maybe not. Okay, yeah, I guess we are. I can't remember what I did. Let's set up a booby trap right there for our old friend. We'll just call him Rick. His name is Rick. And if you want to make sure, if you decide to play Black Ops 4 again, make sure you got all the DLC maps. Just go into the game and go into a custom game, and I think we had 14 standard maps, 12 or 13 DLC maps, and 7 bonus maps. Messing with this guy here. Okay, I picked his that 223 from Black Ops 4 up. And like I said, if I remember things correctly, we didn't really play Black Ops 4 multiplayer back in 2018 to 2019. What happened was is we started out on Black Ops 4 multiplayer, and then Blackout came out, and so we all migrated over to Blackout, or at least some of us did, after about a month, and we played Blackout pretty much the rest of the year. Whenever this game first started, it did not have a hardcore mode, and we didn't care for the half a clip of rounds to kill an enemy soldier, so we quit playing this. We said, well, if it's going to be like that, we'll just play Blackout, and it's about the same. So what's that noise? I hear one of those radiation things that they had in Black Ops 2. I don't know where he put it, and I don't think I ever found it. This is one of the spawns that we covered back then. Very good area. That being said, we're going to move on to the map Slums. Slums came out in Black Ops 1, 2010, 2011, one of their original maps. One of their, I would say, a smaller type map, but I guess you can consider it a medium map, but it was one of those maps sort of like Nuketown where everybody wanted to play it. You had this big spawn area back here, which we could cover. I'm just covering all the corners on the outside. There's the bad guy. As you can tell, my aim is not the best. I'm not a FaZe clan member, or I don't play for Optic Gaming, but I can handle myself in Call of Duty. Check out this room here that we used to cover in times of dire distress. Moving up the left side, from our spawn to left side. Moving around here, all the areas look the same. Doesn't look like they changed too much. Up here, everything looks the same. Let me double check this right here. Where's Rick at? Rick is nowhere to be found. I come back to this point right here for a reason. This was one of Sergeant Rock's places to go. Hopefully we can play this again, and maybe it'll be his spot to go again. I like this view because I used to get right behind here. It was always hard in Black Ops 1. They didn't make it real easy to get down into. The jumping seems to be a lot easier, more fluid in this game, so you are able to get into these little crevices relatively easy. I used to cover that, and you could barely see the person that got there whenever they did, and Sergeant Rock covered this area. I used to put bouncing Bettys and Claymore, not Bettys, I don't even know if we had Bettys back in Black Ops 1. We had Claymores though, I know that. I remember coming into this little crate once or twice. Now we're, I don't even know if I've ran down the outside of this side of the map or not, but let's see what she looks like. There is a couple points of interest. That ski lift over there is one. Right in front of me. I think at that point I was looking for the ski lift. Okay. All right. I want to show you guys my my jumping ability. Oh, that was a fail, wasn't it? Let's go back and try that again. Get out your pistol. There you go. This area right here was a place that Sergeant Rock liked to get, but I nicknamed this spot where he's at in the ski lift the Death Trap. There's no way to escape that. This was another room we used to go to, and haven't ran into Rick in a good while. I'm starting to think that he left the game. There he is. Ooh. He went down pretty fast. Okay. In a real game situation, I would never break that glass unless I had to. Because I'd lay down on my belly out there and shoot at anybody that came up. Here's another point of interest. Not new. You could do this in Black Ops 1. It wasn't quite as easy though. It would take a few mantling tries for me at least to get up over there onto that. It was one of those places that you didn't see too many people go. Alright, on to WMD, Weapons of Mass Destruction.
Team deathmatch.
Funny how I never ran into any in here.
Do or die.
This is a good spawn right here, because this is a spawn that Sergeant Rock and myself used to cover back in the day of Black Ops 1. Sergeant Rock, I don't know if he got right here or if he got in this area right here. Either way you look at it, neither one of them are very safe. Now I would get back up in there. It was hard to shoot up in there. Let's run down the right side of the map on this. This is a relatively big map. I want to try to cover all the good points of interest, but there's just so many of them on here, and in this map especially. This building right here, we had some success in, and the way that they got the layout now, it looks like it's very interesting to go into. Here's a spot Sergeant Rock, or he used to get by that tank over there. I used to get up there by that air condition unit, or up where I'm shooting at now. Run behind here. Used to get on top of those silos. There's a ladder there. Here's the other spawn. And here's a building we used to cover. You can go upstairs here. Looks almost like the old Black Ops 1 WMD. Oh, I got shot at. Don't know where he went. He's down there on the right somewhere. And I don't know what he's shooting, so let me do what I would do in a real game. Get in a corner and let him run by. No, he doesn't want to run by. I guess he got a little chicken. Okay, we've went around. We're coming back up to where we originally started. Not there, Bravo 116. Up these steps here. Now I think that I wanted to point out the ladder that we used to go up every so often if we felt a little spunky. Sergeant Rock used to get over here somewhere. He liked this area right here. I'm not sure if you could get in all those places like I'm doing there. I thought it was just that one little corner. Can't get on the roof. Down into the building, looks the same, Nice area right here. Let's break all these glass windows. Alright, let's continue on. I'm crawling up here because I used to take that WA-2000 sniper rifle and snipe from right there. It was a 2-shot kill most of the time, though. They made it hard to snipe in Black Ops 1. And up these stairs here, just to show out this area. We try to cover it all. On to Havana from Black Ops 1. I let the intro run a little bit longer on this because this is a map they haven't remade that many times. Havana, very good memories from Havana with Sergeant Rock, myself, and a fella named Skibo that used to play with us quite a bit. I'm trying to get my bearings here because this looks like, yeah, this is the spot. This is the area that we wanted to get to every game. I didn't like, whenever I picked that weapon, I did not like the scope on it. It had night vision. It's very bright on Havana. Colors are very vibrant in Treyarch games. And there's Rick. Rick decided to run across the map, sort of like what Sergeant Rock and Skibo and myself would do back in Black Ops 1 days, just to get to this spot. And more times than not, we would get shot on the way. But Skibo got in this area. I got behind that gun there, beside the gun, and I would cover straight ahead and to the right. And Sergeant Rock would cover, he'd be behind, covering down the street as well. I think Sergeant Rock covered a lot to the right here. I'm not sure. It's been a good while. It's been 10 years, 12 years. There's Rick again. Rick. Now, I don't know what Rick just did, but it was not funny. I'm not laughing about that one bit. He hit a button and I spontaneously combusted. Here I'm mad, I'm punching at the air. I really like to find Rick again. I really love to find that guy. But I want to run up these stairs and hang a left right here. First, let me put out this right here. Come on, Rick. Should have put it out by the bedroom. But anyways, Sergeant Rock and I, in dire situations, would get in this room and shoot across the street. I believe there's a bedroom across the street as well, or another room. Now, Rick, he knows I'm mad since he burnt me up. Continue this way. I want to go upstairs in that building there. And here's another area that Sergeant Rock and Skibo and myself would go into in Black Ops 1. In dire situations, of course. Because anytime we wasn't at the end of the street there, it was a dire situation. Okay, here's a familiar room that we used to get into, and then there was a secret area in the back here. I don't remember if all this was opened up in Black Ops 1, but it is certainly opened up in Black Ops 4. It probably was, but this is not the same bedroom. This is across the street. I don't remember it being a mirror image of the bedroom across the street, though. Somebody had Spanish radio on. Didn't understand what they were saying. Here's the other building at the other end of the street. We used to have sniper fights here across the street with the other team. And here's the other spawn. Never did like this spawn right here. Never had any luck at it. Rick! Come back, Rick! Boy, I'm gonna get Rick this time. That's burning me up. There he is. I got you, Rick. I have no comment. I'm not calling him Rick. I'm not going to call him we're going to call him Slick Rick because he's very slick. This is one tough bot. And did I mention he's on recruit? I think he broke out of recruit mode and went to veteran. Not funny, Slick Rick. I hear him. He's right beside me. We'll have to do something to get Slick Rick back. And that's not it. Still trying to figure out. I got Nomad, and I think I got Nomad. There you go, Rick. We're going to set up a couple booby traps for you. Trying to draw him in. Come on, Rick. Come on, fire starter. Oh, there he is. That's what I heard earlier, but Alright, let's move on to the map Launch. And as you can tell, this is Launch from Black Ops 1. Except it's at nighttime. It's a nighttime launch. And let's see how it differs. Alright. Here we go. Testing out the guns. Now the way we would run this map is wherever we spawn was going to be our area to hold, because both spawns are very close in the way that you can cover them. So that being said, this map here was a little harder to navigate, to be able to show points of interest, because like I said, if whatever side of the map we were on, spawned on, that's where we would cover. We didn't have any special areas except for those two areas. The rest of them were areas of dire distress. So I'm running down this right side from the spawn that I had. I'm not sure if I made it back to the same spawn or the opposite spawn. I think I'm making circles on this map. Nope, I'm not. I wanted to make sure that I did point out this side of the map, especially that room I just shot at. This room right here, an area of dire distress. We would come to whenever we would spawn in the middle of the map, back whenever spawns were actually good in Call of Duty, and they wouldn't spawn you in front of enemies or in proximity to enemies. This was an area of last resort. Thought I had mesh mines, but I had this little machine here. I have no idea what it is. Let me go back up here. Rick went on vacation. Slick Rick, I mean. This is an area that I like to point out.
Walker's 50% power remaining.
I wanted to, it's a lot different at night. But the map layout is the same. Looks like they kept a lot. I don't remember that being there. Most of the map is about the same.
Your Hawk has run out of power.
I don't know what my hawk was, so let's hawk over this way. Now I thought you could go to the top of one of these launch pads, but I believe I am at the top. This is going down. So I turned around and go back. I would point out areas of interest, but I think that I'm a little bit lost. Yeah, there's the launch pad. Hey, Slick Rick, trying to sneak up on me. Don't do that. Okay, and oh, you got a paladin? Let's blow that rocket up. Let me shoot those rocket boosters there. That'd be funny if it would catch flames would start shooting out. Oh, there's Slick Rick. Hey, Slick. Oh, how'd that feel? Oh, he's trying to shoot me with a sniper rifle. Rick, I got you, man. Oh, I don't want to shoot him twice. Might kill him. Just want to, you know, let him suffer. Here, take this, Slick Rick. He quick scope me. Here we're moving on to the Black Ops 2 fan favorite DLC map, Grind. Takes place in a skate park, if you guys remember. We're in the bathrooms on the one side there. I don't think those stalls were there before. They were, maybe they were. Move down the right side of the map here. Look for Slick Rick, who just quick scoped me over on launch. Just trying to run around and give my friends and whoever else watches this video an idea of what this map looks like nowadays. Point out good points of interest for us. Places where we used to cover, like to go and you know, destroy the enemy team. That's the best way to put it. Ooh, that didn't kill him. Oh, Slick Rick. Where'd he go? That did not kill him. Point blank range.
Zero down.
Now, that's the main reason we didn't like the multiplayer back in Black Ops 4 in 2018.
Zero expired.
Oh, I picked up his sniper. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a quickscoper. I'm not good at quickscoping. As you can tell here.
Clean kill.
I got lucky on that. As far as I remember, I think Slick Rick disappears for a little while. Anyways, back to looking at the map.
Mesh mine ready to deploy.
Coming up toward the bathroom again. Coming up the opposite way. Going back inside the main skate park room, gift shop, so forth. Put those out there so we don't have to worry about Slick Rick coming in. We used to cover this room here. Sergeant Rock would come in and get in the corner, and Cowboy would be with us. And this is on Black Ops 2 where we had met more friends in Black Ops 2, but cannot draw Slick Rick in no matter what I do. He's staying on the outside. He's gotten embarrassed to me times. I will apologize about the length of this video, but in order to show these maps out in their entirety and show out all the good points of interest for my friends and you guys as well, I have to make it a long video. Probably one of the longest I've ever done. Waiting for Slick Rick to show himself here. Like I said, I think Slick Rick has left the map. He's no longer a bot. He's an intelligent being that can know when he's been humiliated. Make him think twice about burning people up.
Mesh mine available.
Back up into the skate gift area, the gift shop.
Mine out.
Alright, Rick. Oh, excuse me, guys. Slick Rick is no longer with us. He has left the building. Maybe spending a little bit too much time on grind. Oh, Rick, where are you at? All right. I believe we have one more map to show after this. And it will be coming up in right now. We are going to travel on over to Nuketown. It's Nuketown Winter. I believe we're over in Russia or Ukraine or something like that. Looks a little bit different back here in the spawn areas. Most of the other retro maps that they did, Rick, looked like the original maps, except for Nuketown. We've had Nuketown every year since Black Ops 1. Well, especially in Treyarch games, anyways. And this is the Black Ops 4 version of Nuketown. Rick. He's got his bulletproof vest on. Anyways, we're going to go inside the garage area. Doesn't look like too many things have changed as far as layout goes. Just the aesthetics have changed. We're no longer in the desert, but we are in the Arctic. Hey, Dad. All right. It's a blessing to have children, especially children that are better Call of Duty players than yourself. Checking out the middle of the street on Nuketown, Black Ops 4 version. Rick has gotten on my nervous system too many times. Slick Rick, I'm about to concede to him. That was kind of low down and dirty. He put something out before he died and I killed him, and what's he gonna do this time? Let me run away. This is the other spawn. That's where you can send your RCXD through, come out on the other side. Well, guys, I have enjoyed this video. It's a very long video. I hope you liked it. If you did, I want you to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. There's a phone ringing though somewhere. Periodically I look at that table there. Can't read the writing on there. Looks like Einstein's been in here. This is definitely not a point of interest. Well, this is right here behind this desk. We used to get up here and cover this upstairs room, and I'd get behind the desk, or Sergeant Rock would get behind it, or in the bedroom, and pretty much shoot anybody that came in the door. Pretty much destroy the other team. We were unbeatable. I don't hear the phone ringing anymore. There's the back of the spawn. Well, like I said, if you did like the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you can get more content like this. I don't think you want any more 45-minute videos, but just look at all these beautiful maps. Hey, it's worth it, I think. What do you think? Have a good day, guys. Take care.